tips for becoming a successful entrepreneur. Becoming an entrepreneur is something that a lot of people dream about. After all, these are the people who you hear about in the news making tons of money and living the good life. Of course, not all entrepreneurs are rich, but it can be quite fun to live this kind of life. But before you decide that being an entrepreneur is right for you, there are some things that you will need to take a closer look at. Remember, if being a successful entrepreneur was a piece of cake, everybody would be doing it. That is not to say that you have no choice of entrepreneur success, but you cannot simply jump into this and expect to start ranking a lot of cash. Okay. Here are 3 tips for becoming a successful entrepreneur. At the very least, they should be able to push you in the right direction towards success. Okay, let's start. First, a successful entrepreneur is one who knows that what they want and then works hard to get it. In other words, you should set your sight on a goal and then do whatever it takes to reach it. A lot of people jump from opportunity to opportunity without ever really sinking their teeth in. You should avoid this at all costs and instead work hard to reach one goal before you move on to the next. Okay, now coming to number 2. Do you think that all entrepreneurs become rich and successful overnight? The fact of the matter is that there are only a small percentage of people who fall into their success. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, you need to be willing to exercise some patience. Very important. Your first idea may not take off, but if you stick with things, you realize your potential sooner rather than later. If you are searching for a quick buck, you will probably be a disappointed entrepreneur. Okay, now moving to number 3. There is nothing wrong with asking other entrepreneurs for help. Everybody needs some assistance along the way, and you are probably no different. If you know an entrepreneur friend, let them guide you if they are willing to assist. After all, getting first-hand advice from an already successful entrepreneur is invaluable. Okay. These 3 tips may go a long way in helping you to become a successful and hopefully rich entrepreneur. Of course, just like anything in life, there is no guarantee. Only you will be able to determine the level of success you have in the new venture. If you want to be an entrepreneur who is all over the news, you need to go out and work for the right to do so. Nobody is going to make things easy on you, but successful entrepreneurs are born every day. There is no reason that you cannot join them at the top. Okay, so at the last, I want to give you another advice that always read their success stories and more their failure stories. This will tell you that what was the obstacles that they covered in becoming a successful entrepreneur that they are today. Okay, thank you.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.